Wasn't invited to the inaugural ball.
And Murphy Brown is plotting revenge.
Have you ever mooned anyone?
Next.
Document shredding, scandal, and dirty tricks.
This is an election.
Who will be student body president? Phone in your vote on TV 101 Wednesday.
You know, this whole sexual harassment thing is very interesting to me.
In what respect?
Well, even if an employer is successful in coercing an employee into a relationship, how can she enjoy that relationship knowing that the employee is only doing it to keep his job? I mean, could you have an intimate relationship with someone you detested?
Who?
Don Johnson. All right. Paul Newman. Okay. Pee Wee Herman.
Never.
See?
Save on Love's diapers during Eckerd's Dollar Days. Now just $10. Love's blue for boys and pink for girls puts extra absorbency where it's needed most. Plus, mix and match these household supplies. Any two for $3 during Dollar Days at Eckerd.
Let's party. Touring in 1989, McDonald's double cheeseburger is just 89 cents.
I find that hard to believe.
Believe it. We're celebrating with a big taste of 2 all-beef patties and golden melted cheese.
Good grub.
Good double cheeseburger, and it's just 89 cents.
May I say, this is going to be a lovely year.
Thank you, Eddie.
So start 89.
Come on.
With a McDonald's double cheeseburger for just 89 cents.
And I get change back from $1, I think.
Here's why these members of the United States ski team prefer Alka-Seltzer Plus cold medicine.
I came down with some mean cold symptoms. I was congested, I was tired, I couldn't breathe through my nose. I took Alka-Seltzer Plus and it helped to remove those cold symptoms.
I've got a number of guys that are depending on me, and I have to be out there the next day. And Alka-Seltzer Plus really helps me do that.
Alka-Seltzer Plus cold medicine. Fast, effective relief for tough winter colds. Try Alka-Seltzer Plus nighttime cold medicine to relieve your cold at night.
The Salvation Army, people helping people.
From Television City in Hollywood, Chevy Chase, Joan Van Ark, The Judge, Michael Gross, Peter Uberoff, comic Dennis Wolfberg, and Pat Gets a Physical. Plus, Tom Scott and the band, along with me, Dan Miller. All here tonight on the Pat Sajak Show. Ladies and gentlemen, Pat Sajak.
Very well trained. Thank you very much. Boy, now that I've got you all here, I'd like to talk to you about something called Herbalife, if I may. No, not really. Thank you. That was a tremendous reception, and it fills me with the energy I need because I didn't sleep well last night. A lot of anxiety about the new show, and as if that weren't enough, I had a really weird dream. Would you like to hear about it by any chance? What are they going to say? No, Sajak? You know how Time Magazine names their Man of the Year every year, and if you saw the issue a couple of weeks ago, they named Earth as Planet of the Year. And the dream I had was that Earth was being disqualified for being the home of Morton Downey Jr., so they had to take the award away from them, you see. Very exciting day today and all day as we were getting planned and getting ready for this. I got a call this afternoon in my office from none other than President Reagan, who wished me very good luck in the Super Bowl. And I appreciate it. It's a thought that counts, I guess. You know, a lot of people would crack under the pressure of a night like this. I mean, the eyes of millions, and we have the media, you know, looking in and watching every move I make. But I'm different. I cracked this afternoon, so I feel much better tonight. I'm heavily sedated, so everything is going to be okay. Oh, I should explain. If it looks like I'm just killing time, I have a reason here. In less than 1 minute, we will officially become CBS's longest-running show this season. It's a little humor. Actually, CBS have been very nice to me. In fact, this morning they surprised me with a new 4-speed Jeep to drive around. I think it's from CBS. I can't get it out of third. I keep... Actually, I shouldn't kid. They're doing very well the last couple of weeks, so we're on the upswing, and we're here to help. It's easy to get a little superstitious about a night like this. I mean, at this very moment, on my person, I'm carrying 2 rabbit's feet, 3 4-leaf clovers, and half a dozen rutabagas. Now, rutabagas have nothing to do with luck. I just like the way they feel when I walk, that's all. Anyway, everything's in place. We have a great studio, which this fine network built for us. We have a great crew and a great staff. And the staffing is really the hardest part because when we decided to do this show, we said we want only people with talk show experience to be hired here. And unfortunately, that still only narrowed it down to about 2/3 of the country, so... a lot of people. Ladies and gentlemen, Morgana, the kissing bandit, yes. She wants... You couldn't hear her, but she said she wants 1 on each side.
Double play.
Yeah. Now, I know that someone put you up to this because you did not sneak in here unnoticed.
Yes, I did. I walked like this.
No, who did this? Did you? That's very... You do this at games a lot.
Uh-huh.
Who have you kissed over the years?
Well, there's been over 30 of them so far, starting with Pete Rose on a double dirty dare. But then there's been George, Brett, you name them.
Am
Most
I the first
recent
non-jock you've ever...
Well, they said you used to be a jock, though, before you got into talk television.
No, I used to wear one. You missed Anyway, thank you. And I'm from the Midwest, and I'm a little shy, so I can't really kiss you goodbye, but how about a hug?
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce the fellow who's going to be here with this great band night after night. I thought we'd say hello to him here, Mr. Tom Scott.
Hi, Dan. Thank you. Did you meet Morgana?
You have definitely been kissed.
Yeah, thank you very much. Anyway, I'm so thrilled you're here, and you have like a baby coming up soon.
That's true.
Yeah, like in a month or 2?
A month or 2, yeah, a girl.
So you'll be able to stay here. You won't have to be on the road and all that stuff.
Yes, and devote time to the family.
Yeah. Now we're not going to meet all the guys tonight, but later in the week you guys are going to do a number, and we'll get a chance to meet everybody. And can you be amusing on demand? Yeah, well, we're working on that. A little training. Why don't you play some music? We'll go to commercial, all right? All right. We'll be right back with Chevy Chase, folks.
A night for Excedrin PM.
Today was some test for this teacher.
My dog ate my homework.
Not my Jamie.
What?
Your class will be bigger, so?
Karen Allen and Jeff Bridges. Starman, Tuesday.
Many pharmacies have muffled their computers. No matter how much they're coaxed, they just won't tell you about generic savings. But at Walgreens, our pharmacy computers are customer-friendly. And whenever a generic equivalent is...
Because underarm odor isn't visible, he needs Sure Solid. Our most effective wetness and odor formula yet. So, Bob, why come to court with a dry shirt and a false sense of security? Tomorrow, get the total protection of today's Sure.
You were right.
And be just as sure about odor as you are about wetness.
Thanks.
Ever eat a taco? Tastes great. But one bite, it's taco on your chin, taco on your lap, tiny piece of taco on the crack of your car seat you can't ever get out again. Which is why I love taquitos. Shredded beef and a crispy corn tortilla. Tastes like a taco, but they only go one place.
The great taste of a taco without the mess. New taquitos at Jack in the Box.
Welcome back. We have
We have one more introductory note to take care of, someone I'd like you to meet, and this will be the last nice thing I ever say about this guy, but I am thrilled he's at my right arm. As you may have read or heard about in recent weeks, Dan and I worked together in Nashville for a number of years, where he was a news anchor, and I was a little dinky weatherman, and things have certainly changed now. And he's a terrific broadcaster and a great friend, and I'm thrilled he's here. You will come to learn to know and enjoy every annoying habit he has, much as I now have. Dan Miller, ladies and gentlemen. Hi, Dan.
Thank you. Thanks, Pat. I'm glad to get on with this.
Yeah, a long time.
I've wandered the halls aimlessly for weeks here now.
Yeah, but you used to do that even anywhere you work, so it's really not important. Now, have we exactly figured out what your job is here?
No. Well, I've been out here measuring the sofa, and I figure that each guest that comes out, I move approximately 3 feet to my right.
Yeah, I think that's about it. So it's like one move for each person.
Move
now, when the
time.
Judds come out, you move down 2.
I would think so.
Or you'll be sitting on a Judd. Not a bad way to spend an evening.
I didn't know Morgana. I swear I did not know Morgana.
You didn't know?
I almost tackled her and wrestled her to the ground over
here. Yeah, so did I, as a matter of fact. Chevy Chase is here tonight.
Yeah.
Joan Van Ark from Knots Landing. And I mentioned the Judds. Do you know the Judds? They're from Nashville.
Well, you know, the Judds worked in the same building I did. They did a morning show, and I saw them, but I don't know that we ever actually met.
Yeah,
we may have.
He was very reclusive at the time.
That was in the morning when they were in, and I didn't normally come in that.
Michael Gross from Family Ties is here. Baseball Commissioner Peter Uberoth. And Dennis Wolfberg is a very funny man who does not have both chopsticks and the chow mein, as they say. Will be here, but he's very funny. Have you seen this?
The TV Guide?
Yeah. This is in here this week. TV Guide had an astrologer writing for them last week.
Oh, yeah?
You figure out why they're going off the deep end. Well, that's their problem. But anyway, CBS put this ad in here, and I'm grateful for any and all publicity and promotion, but this is for a contest. It's a sweep. Now, first of all, doesn't it look like one of those things you used to see in the comic books when you send off for seed catalogs and stuff like that? Just as an odd look to it. Anyway, I have read this thing over and over to try to figure out the rules, and as near as I can figure, if any time over the first 2 weeks of this show you write down the name of the first guest who comes out, you're eligible for the sweepstakes. And to get a cash bonus, you write down 2 more names of any first guests on any 2 shows during the first 2 weeks. Pretty clear, isn't it?
I'm already lost.
Boy, oh boy. Anyway,
it's fun, easy, and exciting.
Now, the big question now tonight is Morgana our first guest, or is Chevy? See? You see? We warned him there'd be problems with this thing. We'll call it, I'll tell you what. I'll just make up the rules on the spot here. We'll just say that the first guest to come and sit down, and in that case, it would be Chevy. In fact, I'll fill this in now. You folks at home, Chevy Chase, and today is, what, 1989. As a matter of fact, I think we can enter this because I think technically the staff, we don't work for CBS.
That's what I've heard.
It's some gigantic tax dodge or something. But anyway.
We're giving away 6,000 official Pat Sajak
T-shirt. Yeah, you can go around with my face on your back. Won't that be thrilling? Anyway, we will take care of this every night so you don't have to stay up late and do that. All right. Shall we bring Chevy out here?
Why don't you do it?
Now that we've scuttled that thing pretty well. I'm tickled to death that this guy is here tonight. He is an Emmy Award winner for his work in Saturday Night Live. He's now become a big motion picture star, and he has another Fletch movie coming out. I don't know, Son of Fletch or Fletch Returns or Here's Your Fletch. He'll tell us in a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, Chevy Chase. I don't mind. I'd be glad. Why don't we sit?
I'll sit down.
All right, thank you. I screwed up the name of your picture, and I didn't mean to. It's Fletch.
Oh, don't be silly.
No.
or rather, do be silly.
It's Fletch Does Something. Fletch.
Fletch had trouble and made another one.
No, it's called
Fletch Lives.
Fletch Lives, yeah. The first Fletch movie was a good...
How many of those pencils do you think you'll be needing during this?
I don't know exactly why they're here. Depends how many guests there are. Here, souvenir. Little souvenir. It's a first night souvenir. It's all we could afford. We sunk a lot in the studio, and the sweepstakes took up God knows how much money, so we had to do that.
Good to see you. Freddie. The sweepstakes, I saw this too.
Yeah, it's silly, isn't it?
It is silly because, now I wore a bra, I don't know, so that should help in figuring out who the first guest was.
First nights are...
But I bumped into her on the way
Did you really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And got a bad back thing.
Do you have a bad back? Do you have a problem? I don't want to get serious and medical right away, but do you have some sort of problem that doesn't allow you to do those?
No, not really. I do have a bad back, but pretty much my back problems are behind me.
Yeah. This, you can probably feel the electricity in the air opening night.
Oh, you bet you.
Yeah.
This is exciting.
Yeah.
I tried this myself once.
You did the Tonight Show, didn't you?
No, I did this show, actually. No, I tried to do the Tonight Show. And
What do you mean tried to do? You did it one night?
I did it one night. After 12 years of people had speculated at one time when I was on Saturday Night Live that I might be the next Johnny Carson, which of course they never say about anybody.
Yeah, right.
And so I never tried it, never did it. Then finally I said to Johnny, let me try it. And I came out and I sat down and I didn't see any of the guests. The eye contact you have to make, it stopped somewhere in here. And I assumed that I hadn't been speaking for, a good hour or so, whenever the guest was talking. So I just popped in continually. I still don't have any memory of who was on the show.
Those dramatic pauses are nice sometimes.
It was
They work
very difficult.
Do you remember opening night on Saturday Night Live? That had to be exciting.
Yes, I do.
You were not a seasoned performer.
No, I wasn't. And I still am not. But, no, that was, of course, that was live and very different. Here, you've, stopped tape about 4 times. And that's understandable. Morgana's been out, 5 times?
Yes, I know. Yeah. I just felt we needed to redo it a few times.
You have to redo it. Yeah. But, yeah, it was very exciting. And I was not...
You were not even to be a performer originally,
right?
right?
I was a writer.
Yeah.
And I did this little news ditty thing and fall down. And they liked it.
And you made a career out of that. It's an incredible country we live in, isn't it, Joey?
It's a beautiful country. Do anything you want in America.
You mentioned writer.
Yeah.
Did you write for Mad Magazine?
Yes, I did write for Mad Magazine. I didn't know you knew that.
Well, I've done
I wrote
research.
some scenes we'd like to seize.
Yeah, and they were printed and everything?
One was printed.
One. Do you have it in your
It was
collection?
a Mission Improbable or Mission Impossible.
Do you have it in your scrapbook?
No, I don't. No, but I'd like to get a hold of it if anybody in the audience might have it.
Well, you know, you were nice enough to come on the first night.
Thanks for
to
having
be our
me.
guest. And therefore, we have, ladies and gentlemen, from April of 1970, a collector's edition, Mad Magazine, and on the back is TV scene we'd like to see by Chevy Chase. And very funny, actually. Peter. And very funny, actually. Peter Graves, and now he's back on Mission Impossible. Yeah. So we present that to you.
Well,
$50 that cost us to get.
That's
It's a collector's
amazing,
item.
isn't it?
Yeah, you read it, see if you like it. We'll take a break and come back
Alrighty.
talk more with Chevy Chase.
Presenting
that there was a family in Michigan that had an antique fruitcake. Yeah, it was apparently a family tradition to make a fruitcake, and the person who made it died, and they couldn't bear to eat it that year, and they saved it for the next year. They've had it since 1890 or something.
Just say, yes, I did it.
The Smothers Brothers are coming.
Why can't they say, yes, I knew about the arms deal?
The Smothers Brothers are coming.
Yes, I slept with other women.
Live on stage.
Yes, I am a crook. Yes, I'll write a book.
The Smothers Brothers are here.
Yes, 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 just say yes.
The impossible.
The Smothers Brothers and special guest Jim Stafford brought to you by...
Fierce, passionately felt and superbly crafted. Prepared to be shaken and moved. David Anson, Newsweek. One of the best pictures of the year. As powerful as a movie can get. Steve Kometko, KCBS TV. The best American film of 1988. 4 stars. Roger Ebert, The Chicago Sun-Times. Gene Hackman, Willem Dafoe, Mississippi Burning.
Starts Friday at a theater near you. Check newspaper for listings.
Back with Chevy Chase. Did you like it? You read the article?
I liked it. It was funny, and we were just talking about how Peter looks about the same now. You know, we were talking about Tommy Scott a second ago, and I was saying that this is honestly I always say this, the best reed man in the country.
Yeah.
Whatever
we
that
say
means.
that, too. I mean, really. You're a wonderful guy. I was in the military. Yeah, we're about the same age, 27, 28, something like that.
Sure.
Were you in the Army, Navy, Marine?
I practiced. No, I wasn't. I wasn't. This was right in the heat of the Vietnam War, and I felt the best I could do for my country at the time would be to get out, of course. Get out of the Army.
And how did one accomplish that?
Well, it's kind of a personal thing.
Well, that's why this is called a talk show.
I'll tell you what this is. This will certainly finish me if I ever want to run for anything, but...
Not necessarily.
It didn't finish Dan.
No.
So,
He's
Dan
all
Quayle. There's a bright guy. I'll never forget my days in the SEDS with him and Snick and all those marches. No, I was actually given a 1A, which is you probably were when we first were in our induction physical.
Which meant you were ripe for
Which meant you were
drafting.
right, strong, eloquent, could hold a gun, hurt. And I was still in college, and I had to wait another year, and then I knew that was it. I'd be going in. So I thought, this is not a war that I agree with, which I didn't, and many of us didn't at the time. And with all due respect to those men who went, at the time, I felt, no, I don't want to support this, and most certainly don't want to get blown up. And so I went in and answered the same questions that were on the test, the first part of the induction physical, which were, have you ever had, or do you now have headaches, bedwetting, homosexual tendencies, all of those things? Well, most people answered no. Do you now have, or ever had? Second time I went in, I realized that it also says, or have you ever had? So I marked them all. Bedwetting, even homosexual tendencies, anything. I figured, you know, you're 12, 13, there's probably some homosexual. Who knows? You know, you're doing something in the back room with a friend. You don't know whether it's homosexual. You're just a kid, you know. And it was immediately ushered to this Freudian-like German psychiatrist who said, Mr. Trace, do you like boys? Yeah, I like boys. Do you like girls? Yeah. Incidentally, I'd also not slept for 2 days. I was just drinking coffee, put an entire tube of VO5 in my hair, and did not shower for 2 days. So it was not a pretty sight, or it wasn't much fun for anybody else in the crowd in front of me because we were all nude. And they gave me a 4F with their blessings. But
well, you worked for it.
I'm not proud of it.
That's all right.
I'm not proud of it.
That's all right. Now you're, boy, a family man in a big way. You have 3 kids?
I just had to do that.
Yeah, well, somebody had to. Family, 3 kids.
Yes.
All.
You have children, don't you? Or one?
I have one.
A grown daughter?
I have a grown stepson of 22.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's all right. But you have 3 girls.
Yes, I do.
Now you tried to have a boy. Yes.
Yeah, we did. We tried the third time.
How does one try to have a boy?
You gotta.
I mean, I know.
I'll tell you, there is a book out that is something about choosing the sex of your unborn child. You have to change, and this is in fact true, the pH balance in the mother somehow.
Okay.
I don't know. You feed her crackers. I don't know what the. But the male has to do a number of things aside from strange positions that they offer. You walk around for a week with ice in your pants, which I find. There are apparently methods. You can do whatever you want, and believe me, we tried everything, and it just didn't happen.
About halfway through a question, were you ever really sorry you asked it?
Ever really sorry you tried to answer.
That's all right. Fletch, it's called Fletch.
Lives.
Yeah. I knew that, and that's out in March.
As far as you know.
Good. We'll be looking
March 17th.
Now, you played with Tom, haven't you? Again, not to go back to that 4F deal.
I mean, we do.
Yeah. Okay. Now, would you be interested in we're going to go to commercial here. Would you like to?
What, to play the commercial?
Next, can you do that?
Sure.
Can you have a room over there?
Yeah.
Chevy Chase for Tom Scott.
I may look like older engines, but I'm really a complex 80s kind of guy. I've got onboard computers, programmed fuel injection, all kinds of high-tech systems. And frankly, old Bob, your mechanic down the street, just doesn't understand me. That's why I need Precision Tune. They've got what it takes to diagnose my problems, tap...
For any fast recipe, Minute Rice is always reliable. Look, Minute Rice is light and fluffy in only 5 minutes. The other national instant is still soupy.
You're doing fine, Gladys. Minute Rice chicken garden salad, Minute Rice sweet and sour chicken, Minute Rice Spanish style, Japanese beef, and Minute Rice chicken.
Let them say what they want. There's nothing like Minute Rice.
Hey, let's get something to drink. Oh, look at that. Let's forget about it.
No, come on, it's no problem.
So, how do we get back in?
Hey. Okay, come on, let's go. You got the keys? This is not a problem.
Our next guest is in her 10th season as Val Ewing on the CBS hit series Knots Landing. It airs Thursday nights at 10. She's a fine actress. Here's Joan Van Ark. Joan. In a night of first, that was my first talk show, showbiz Hollywood kiss. So thank you.
What? He didn't kiss you?
No.
Did earlier, but...
Oh, before, okay, before they
just
started
for luck
tape.
before the show.
I thought.
This was very nice, thank you.
Just for you?
You didn't have to do it. Speaking of roses, I saw you on the Rose Parade.
Did you?
Yeah, is that fun? I've done a lot of parades.
You did?
Yeah,
You've done the parade?
I did the Rose Parade for about 4 years and Macy's Parade for about 4 years for NBC. How'd it go?
I loved it. First of all, I had the best partner in the world, Patrick Duffy.
Yeah.
Who's really an in-law in a way. He's another Ewing.
But things go goofy on parade.
Goofy?
Yeah.
Well, they definitely did go goofy. The slice float, which was the governor's trophy, didn't even make it to the starting blocks, as far as I know. So about halfway through, every float, every band, every equestrian unit, everything was out of order.
Mm-hmm.
So we literally were flying without a net. I looked at the stage manager, who's solid as a rock usually, because I've done it before with Bob Barker. This was Bob Barker's first time not doing it.
It wasn't the same, was it?
Well, without Bob?
No, I just felt that way. I just felt like
you
saying
felt you
that.
should throw that in, okay. Actually, the thing that is a plus about Bob is that when something like that goes wrong, he, from day one, knew every tidbit of information that might have helped bail us out. I looked over at the stage manager. He was shrugging his shoulders, said, we'll have to wait till it hits the monitor. I have no idea what's next.
That's great when you look over and you get that look.
That look was terrified, kind of like tonight, yes?
Yeah.
Just sort of flying without a
Yeah,
net.
I've got, there's my producer now.
Going,
Let's finish up. We got another hour. It'll be fine.
It was fun until the end. I remember one nightmare moment at the very end where you have to literally look to camera and just ad-lib like that. No cue cards, nothing.
From New York, where right after tonight's show, I'm off to my little country home. I'm off to the Hotel Edison, where I'll spend the weekend sitting in the dark room, listening to people walking through the hall, wondering where my life went wrong. It's Late Night with David Letterman. Tonight, Tracy Ullman, Chicago Bears coach Mike Ditka, and singer Michael Bolton. Plus, Paul Schaefer and the world's most dangerous band. And now, I must take my leave. In my absence, I have chosen one of your own to guide you. Heed him as if his words were mine. David Letterman!
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. Welcome to the program. You know, I'm in a terrific mood tonight, and I'll tell you why. I discovered something last night unbelievably entertaining. What I discovered last night is more, I'm going out on a limb here, more entertaining than television. Here's what you do. You go home, you get the bug zapper, the bug light, get it out of storage, put it up in the family room, the den, the living room, where you normally have your television set. You plug it in, you get the thing heated up, and then you sit there all night and throw paper clips in it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, tonight Larry Holmes comes out of retirement to fight Mike Tyson, and then Monday night, this will be good, President Reagan comes out of retirement to make his State of the Union address, so that'll be forward to that. I have a guy in the audience, Paul, who wants to play Swedish football.
When?
Coincidentally, my favorite hors d'oeuvre at weddings, the Swedish footballs. Yeah. Boy, are those tasty. Damn, those are good. There he is, right up there. After all that good, clean international fun, I hate to leave you with some depressing news here, but it looks like now this will be the final season for the NBC series Highway to Heaven. Michael Landon wanted to continue doing the show, but his hair wanted to pursue other projects, so they... It's up to you, Kevin. What do you think? But it's so damn long. Look at how long. That one's 2 cards. All right, we'll get right through this one. This is Kevin's call here, Paul. If this doesn't work, it's Kevin.
Kevin.
Yeah.
Kevin hasn't been here.
Huh? Yeah.
Kevin.
Yeah. This Sunday on 60 Minutes is an interview with Lee Hart, Gary Hart's wife. What, Paul? I'm into the joke now, please.
Excuse me.
This Sunday on 60 Minutes is an interview with Lee Hart, Gary's wife. It's her first interview since Mr. Hart re-entered the election. And Gary apparently has encouraged to give this interview because he feels that she's certainly lovely, certainly articulate, certainly intelligent, and it will also give him about an hour to get out of the house. So, good friend Paul Schaefer, ladies and gentlemen. Paul Schaefer.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Well, a cat has dropped by to play this evening. Uh-oh. I'll get back to that.
What happened? Oh, my God, it's the bubble machine. All right. Thank you. Who dropped by?
A guy has dropped by.
Yeah.
From San Francisco to sit in with us. You may have heard of a little band called Journey.
Oh.
89 McDonald's double cheeseburger is just 89 cents.
I find that hard to believe.
Believe it. We're celebrating with a big taste of 2 all-beef patties and golden melted cheese.
Good grub.
Good double cheeseburger, and it's just 89 cents.
May I say, this is going to be a lovely year.
Thank you, Eddie.
So start 89.
Come on.
With a McDonald's double cheeseburger for just 89 cents.
And I get change back from $1, I think.
Here's why these members of the United States ski team prefer Alka-Seltzer Plus cold medicine.
I came down with some mean cold symptoms. I was congested, I was tired, I couldn't breathe through my nose. I took Alka-Seltzer Plus and it helped to remove those cold symptoms.
I've got a number of guys that are depending on me, and I have to be out there the next day. And Alka-Seltzer Plus really helps me do that.
Alka-Seltzer Plus cold medicine. Fast, effective relief for tough winter colds. Try Alka-Seltzer Plus nighttime cold medicine to relieve your cold at night.
The Salvation Army, people helping people.
From Television City in Hollywood, Chevy Chase, Joan Van Ark, The Judge, Michael Gross, Peter Uberoff, comic Dennis Wolfberg, and Pat.
The year every year, and if you saw the issue a couple of weeks ago, they named Earth as Planet of the Year. And the dream I had was that Earth was being disqualified for being the home of Morton Downey Jr., so they had to take the award away from them, you see. Very exciting day today and all day as we were getting planned and getting ready for this. I got a call this afternoon in my office from none other than President Reagan, who wished me very good luck in the Super Bowl. And I appreciate it. Thought that counts, I guess. You know, a lot of people would crack under the pressure of a night like this. I mean, the eyes of millions, and we have the media, you know, looking in and watching every move I make. But I'm different. I cracked this afternoon, so I feel much better tonight. I'm heavily sedated, so everything is going to be Oh, I should explain, if it looks like I'm just killing time, I have a reason here. In less than 1 minute, we will officially become CBS's longest-running show this season. It's a little humor.
Gets the physical. Plus, Tom Scott and the band, along with me, Dan Miller. All here tonight on the Pat Sajak Show. Ladies and gentlemen, Pat Sajak.
You're very well trained. Thank you very much. Boy, now that I've got you all here, I'd like to talk to you about something called Herbalife, if I may. No, not really. Thank you. That was a tremendous reception, and it fills me with the energy I need because I didn't sleep well last night. A lot of anxiety about the new show, and as if that weren't enough, I had a really weird dream. Would you like to hear about it by any chance? What are they going to say? No, Sajak? You know, Time magazine names their man. Actually, CBS have been very nice to me. In fact, this morning they surprised me with a new 4-speed Jeep to drive around. I think it's from CBS. I can't get it out of third. I keep... Actually, I shouldn't kid. They're doing very well the last couple of weeks, so we're on the upswing, and we're here to help. It's easy to get a little superstitious about a night like this. I mean, at this very moment, on my person, I'm carrying 2 rabbit's feet, 3 4-leaf clovers, and half a dozen rutabagas. Now, rutabagas have nothing to do with luck. I just like the way they feel when I walk, that's all. Anyway, everything's in place. We have a great studio, which this fine network built for us. We have a great crew and a great staff. And the staffing is really the hardest part because when we decided to do this show, we said we want only people with talk show experience to be hired here. And unfortunately, that still only narrowed it down to about 2/3 of the country, so... a lot of people. Go ahead, Morgana. This is, ladies and gentlemen, Morgana, the kissing bandit. Yes.
Wasn't invited to the inaugural ball.
And Murphy Brown
Hey, Elvis.
is plotting revenge.
Have you ever mooned anyone?
Next. Document shredding, scandal, and dirty tricks.
This is an election.
Who will be student body president? Phone in your vote on TV 101 Wednesday.
You know, this whole sexual harassment thing is very interesting to me.
In what respect? Well, even if an employer is successful in coercing an employee into a relationship, how can she enjoy that relationship knowing that the employee is only doing it to keep his job? I mean, could you have an intimate relationship with someone you detested? Who? Don Johnson. All right. Paul Newman. Okay. Pee Wee Herman. Never. See?
Save on Love's diapers during Eckerd's Dollar Days. Now just $10. Love's blue for boys and pink for girls puts extra absorbency where it's needed most. Plus, mix and match these household supplies. Any 2 for $3 during Dollar Days at Eckerd.
Let's party. Touring in